People find.
Yes.
You ready to do this thing, Q?
I think so. I can't hear myself. Oh, there we go.
You ready, Q?
I'm ready.
Are you ready? Well, welcome to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother, John.
And this is Kiana.
And this program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project of the Community Development and Training Center, a.k.a. See That?
See That.
And we like to thank y'all for tuning in, helping us to redefine what's cool, because smart is
the new
gangster.
Baby.
And if you don't know,
now you know.
Now you know. Now you know. Now you know. No good.
Mm-hmm.
What's good, Q?
Oh.
I saw that. I saw the head dropping the eye roll.
Yeah.
It's what's on your mind.
It's
Wednesday.
what's on your mind Wednesday.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a lot on my mind.
Okay.
I'm trying to stay extremely positive on this cloudy Wednesday day. Because you know, it looked kind of rainy.
It do look a little cloudy. Charlie, what's good?
Good morning, Charlie Funk.
Early riser. So it's
so funkified.
Oh yeah, I like that one. That was my jam. Yeah. The brat tat tat tat.
Yes.
Yeah. So y'all wake up, man. Tag a friend, tell a friend. And I want to thank the people on YouTube, because YouTube really been showing up for us in a big way. So appreciate y'all for tuning in and riding with the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. Y'all give us a thumbs up, give us a like. Y'all can actually share the page and do all of those things to engage, man, making sure that we're there. There you go. Chip, what's good? Thank you for the engagement. Appreciate you. Always here up and on time. We got an amazing exclusive, I guess today would be the way that we would say it, huh?
Yeah.
We got an exclusive that we're going to be sharing. Okay, yeah, good. I wanted to make sure I can hear me. So yeah.
Okay, you did it. I just shared it too. Like I was just trying to make sure that, you know.
Hey, sweetie, good morning. My sunshine. My sunshine, your twin flame. So yeah, it's gonna be an amazing.
Good
program.
Morning to me. I mean Tiffany.
Yeah. You looking forward to the guests?
Oh yeah, no, I was
Okay, thought that was somebody else.
No, it was Tiffany, and I was about to say Tamiko. Just Tiffany.
I hear that.
Yes.
I hear that loud and clear. Oh, finna get hot. Well, it is.
No.
Listen to y'all 3 days a week while I'm working. That's what time it is.
Yeah.
At work, live at work. So let's do these announcements real quick.
Let's do the announcement.
Some reminders and let people know what's happening, what's going on in the world. So of course, the world might move on, but we haven't forgot that Jamaica continues to need our help after Hurricane Melissa disaster. So 99 Jams the Berg has teamed up with local partners, and I'm seeing we got the barrels are starting to come in. We got donations coming in now, and so we want to thank those who've actually already contributed and sent something for the Jamaica disaster relief drive. But we still need more, and so you can send water, non-perishable food items, toiletries, baby items, and medical supplies. Drop them off here at the headquarters of 99 Jams. Take them to church with you over at Bethel, or you can drop it off at Taste of the Islands restaurant. And if you'd like to make a donation, you can do that by going to 99jamstheberg.com/donate. And of course, the Black Money Movement is up and continuing to make noise in the city, man, and also not just making noise, but making plans. And so there is a cash mob that's happening Saturday, December 6th. That's this Saturday. That's how we say it around here. This Saturday, December 6th. It'll be the first cash mob, and you're invited to it. It's actually the opportunity for us to intentionally pull up and support a local Black-owned business, spend money, boost visibility, and keep our dollars circulating where they matter the most within our community. This Black Money Movement cash mob will be at 727 Seafood, and so that's if Mr. Edmond was here, he would say the Old Red Snack Shack.
He would.
And so y'all make sure that y'all do that. I'm trying to find it. But yeah, so definitely pull up, man, and come to the Old Red Snack Shack, the 727 Seafood. I think it's 1701 16th Street. And we want to really just show our love, show our support, man, and be there or be square.
I am ready.
You ready?
I am ready for the cash mob. Yeah,
I'm with that too. I'm with all of that. So
yeah. You know, I was thinking, right?
Talk to me.
I saw, because you just said the cash mob, and we saw like the city go ahead and do like their bingo game. Yeah, it's actually kind of pretty dope. Yeah. Like I looked at it. It could be like you say, they take it. It would be something dope to kind of just even do on our behalf.
Like imitation is flattery.
Yeah, like I mean, honestly, like if they got the idea from us, right, and then they created a good game, which actually kind of seemed really cool because I looked at it.
Okay, right? And the design is good. Yeah, I looked at the list and I didn't recognize a lot of the businesses that were on the list. So that was my only point of feedback. But
and that's probably it, because the person who probably went and
like did the outreach
probably went
to those businesses,
right? I mean, like that, you know, like or they could have went to other businesses and wasn't appealing. You know what I mean?
No. So if you are a business owner, particularly a Black-owned business owner, and let us know. Have you heard about what is it? I think it's business bingo,
right?
Is what the program is. I can get it and we'll talk about it maybe more on Friday. But there's a business bingo where the city launched a campaign to really encourage people to go to different businesses, and you can go like to the Parks and Rec department, City Hall, and grab you a bingo card. And then when you go to the business, they'll put a stamp on your bingo card. And then the local businesses, those that are participating. And then after they stamp it, if you get bingo, then you actually can go to City or Parks and Recs, and they'll give you some We Are St. Pete swag, I'm thinking.
Or something.
Yeah, that's what they said. It'll be like St. Pete swag. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, not that that's all, but it's just it's a game.
Yeah. It is a game. Yeah. And so and
bingo seemed like a lot of people doing bingo. I've been at a few events. I've been seeing like trap bingo and ratchet bingo or something like that.
Bingo or a ratchet karaoke or something ratchet bingo, something like that.
And I know at one of our events we did bingo, like for seniors, and then they had like
seniors bingo. Love bingo.
Yeah.
Like it's a social hour for them. Like they get serious about bingo. And I know some other people that really go to bingo, like wear wigs because they don't want their hair to smell like the smoke.
Oh, they be
like they really be in.
They got smoke filled bingo rooms.
Yes.
Oh my God. So but it's a business bingo. I think you can go to stpete.org/bingo or something like that, and you can find out about it. But I'm interested. I'd like to know if you're a small business, have you heard about it? Have they come to you? Have you talked about it? Just to really look at and get a sense of what the engagement around it is like.
But what area, because they may have went just strictly. Like, because I didn't look at like the names, and I'll go back there and kind of look at the names.
It was a long list. The only one I saw Urban on there, Urban Drinkery, and Urban. No, it wasn't. I think it was Urban Inc. So Culture Creative.
Culture Creative on that.
So Brain was on the list, and Agape. Shout out to King Jab.
Okay, they got a range of people that they.
That's the only two I recognize. So I don't know. Maybe that's the part of the bingo. And they didn't have addresses. They just had business names. So I guess you got.
So then you kind of research yourself and kind of.
You got to make a plan.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's there. It's an opportunity.
Everybody got phones on their hand. Yeah. So all you got to do, if their business is on this bingo, then I can guarantee they could just put it in, and the address will pull up.
Yeah, I hear that. But you're right, because I mean, we put it out there, we say support, they take it and then do what they do with it in the way that they do with it. But if the end result is support for Black businesses, then good job.
But if there's not, like the Black money movement, what we're doing, I think that right there is also a really good job. Like and then like maybe you get
with both hands.
Yeah.
You do your grassroots and your grass tops, and then you lead in the middle, and hopefully some people get some support and they get some help, man. So that's kind of my take.
Yeah,
so good. Thank you for reminding me of that. Did you see this thing? There was a Florida man. You know them Florida man stories, right?
Okay.
So a Florida man was arrested on Monday afternoon after allegedly pulling a gun on his barber because he was unhappy with his haircut. I actually saw the video, and it was wild, right? And so officers say the 28-year-old man,
he looked older,
became furious, maybe because that's why he was mad. But he became furious when he claimed that the barber pushed his hairline back too far. Put it in the comments. Let us know. Did y'all see this? But it was like it was a video with the man, and they had like the video I saw. With him, getting up out of the chair. And when he got out of the chair, he was like, just totally unhappy.
He must got like cowlicks. And you know how like when you got the cowlicks, people are very particular
about them cowlicks. How you handle that, how you navigate that cowlick.
How you do it, because it pushes back and back and back. And now I'm gonna tell you, if you have a problem with your hair, and people, and I know the first thing they do is put on hats, right? To cover. But I would hats is the worst. Hats don't help the hairline. No, it does not, because you're constantly rubbing. And moving, taking off. So and then just think your hair is already short, so you're moving the hairline back. Just FYI.
Yeah, and if you are at the barbershop and you're not happy with your haircut, don't go to your car and get a gun and come back and draw your gun on the barber. But in the video, from what I saw, it was, I guess maybe what caused it to escalate is because he didn't want to pay for the haircut, and he was like, I did it, and then he was like, just kind of going back and forth with the dude, and the barber was just standing on business. And so he was, he had something to say. So they just got into this back and forth. You see the guy leave the barbershop, go out, and then come back in, with the gun, and he like threatened them, telling them what he gonna do. It was just, I watched the video, I was in shock. I'm like, wow. To Carrie's point, even being a barber has become hazardous. Crazy. I think it always has been, but just now, that's kind of that straw story, right?
It is, but you know what? Those stories are so rare. Let's say that. Like you found it, like it's rare. Most people who go to barbershops, to be honest, are pretty safe.
Yeah. I ain't never had an issue.
You know what I mean? Like you might get in an argument, like you might get some arguments in there, some heated conversation.
Yeah.
That you know what I mean?
But you're never unsafe, not in the barbershop.
You don't want to think that you're not. Like, you know what I mean? Just like that was a one-off. Yeah, it is one-off. Like, when we think about like school shootings, they're real, but when you think about it, like they don't happen. You know what I mean? Like, you're pretty safe. It happen
more now, but
and I think we have social media that highlights, or you know what I mean. But like, you're pretty safe in schools.
That's what made me get on planes, because when I was like scared to fly, somebody said, "Well, more cars crashed than planes."
It is. It's
so I was like, okay, when you do the number,
planes are the safest form of transportation.
More planes crashed than cars. I mean, more cars crashed than planes was the way that they made it, make sense to me in that moment. But that was before this current administration.
Yeah,
the FAA.
I seen somebody, because they were posting and they were saying, Trump, like, all the Whig supporters like, wait, your $2,000 coming, and now they're like, where your $2,000?
Where them $2,000 at? And I don't know if you've been paying attention, but $2,000 ain't gonna go as far as it used to.
Yeah, but I still take an extra $2,000.
Of course,
I'll take an extra $2,000.
I'm here for the fodder, but just but that's the thing. Like, you getting $2,000 in place of what, right? Because once you get that $2,000, that's what you got.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting money, man, Byron Allen actually had a lawsuit. So Byron Allen, his media group, they actually reached a settlement, and it's a $10 billion racial discrimination lawsuit against McDonald's, a case that accused the fast food giant of shutting out Black-owned media from its advertising deals. So Byron Allen's lawsuit alleges that McDonald's placed Black-owned media companies in lower tier ad categories with smaller budgets, effectively denying them the same opportunities given to white-owned outlets. While the exact terms are confidential, the deal includes dismissal of a related $100 million lawsuit and ensures McDonald's will continue buying ad space from Byron Allen's media company as a part of its marketing strategy. And people are saying that this agreement is huge in relationship to it's a huge win for equity and Black-owned media, spotlighting the long-standing fight for fair representation in corporate advertising. So shout out to
it is. I mean, the crazy part is that, like, when we fight amongst each other, right? And because we're already fighting everybody else, right?
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
It is true. Yeah. When, like, I mean, I would say with us, and integrity is so important.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it is so.
I know these next few days and weeks is going to be a ride with you. It's going to be a ride with you. I know it's coming.
Inside, because inside, like, I'm really trying to, like.
Yeah. Keep it together.
I am.
Yeah, no, that's right.
I am.
So this is our guest. I can't take your call because we actually live on the air. So I'm wondering if she's outside. We'll go get her during the break. Yeah. So if somebody has Miko number, y'all let her know.
They ain't got it.
They ain't got a number.
Just tell her right quick. Tell her we'll be out in 7 minutes.
Yeah, we'll be out at 8 o'clock. So
to grab her. 6, and then like 6-7 minutes.
6-7 minutes.
Yeah. She got it.
So what's on your mind Wednesday? Okay, keep going. What you got? You got a would you rather?
Okay, would you rather?
Okay.
When somebody do you wrong, do you go high or do you go to hell?
Do you go high or go to hell? I don't want to go to hell.
Do you go low? Do you go low?
I don't go low.
I'm usually a person who really believes in not going low.
Yeah.
But I believe that there's sometimes people want to fight and you got to take it there.
Yeah. Well, here's what I would say. You fight with those who fight with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
When people go there,
you know my motto, like I'm never the aggressor.
Right.
But if I'm aggressed upon, I got the God-given right to fight with those who fight with me.
That is.
And that's in all ways. You know what I mean?
You sound like Professor Donnie.
Man, because that's the training of the mosque. He was in the mosque with me. So you got the right to Minister Farrakhan said it like this. He said, our peace is our most valuable possession, right? That's the most prized possession. So you have to guard and protect your peace. And sometimes you might have to break somebody's neck to establish the peace.
This is true.
You know what I mean? But again, not being the aggressor, right? Because nobody likes a bully. But sometimes, again, if you are attacked or aggressed upon, you handle your business. Like, I don't necessarily believe in always turning the other cheek. You know what I'm saying? But
I don't necessarily there is times where I think you can take the high road in it.
Yeah.
But I will say, as a people, I will say this: our fight a lot of time is baffling to me when we look at how we allow other people to disrespect. And then you have our people and people that and trust, and you will disrespect them just because of principle. You know what I mean?
That again.
So listen. All right, let's take it. We find restraints when we look at other people. Okay. Right? But when we look at ourselves, it's like,
yeah. No, this is how I the conclusion I came to. With other people, we turn the other cheek. But with each other, we want an eye for an eye.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Both of these are, responses to injustice.
And usually, to be honest, the disrespect on the other end is way more.
Yeah, but you're willing to turn the cheek, forgive, move on. And in some cases, like we've seen where these folks will do things for us or to us. And before they even ask, we say, "Oh, well, I forgive you," and they ain't even ask for forgiveness,
right?
But then they don't even want forgiveness. Then you have your own people, and they asking and begging for forgiveness, and you got to sit with it and be like, "No, I don't know," because whoop de whoop, whoop de doo. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I think it's all context and contextual, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta handle up.
You really do gotta level up. But and sometimes, like, I'm looking at it, there's situations where you feel like it's just really sad when you feel like you gotta level up against somebody that you love, or you know what I mean, or somebody that looks like you.
Yeah.
It happens.
Oh, I gave the wrong address. I'm so sorry.
Oh wow.
I said north instead of south.
Oh, okay. By the time,
letting her know
it's over here by IHOP.
Yeah. Oh, that's my bad. It was late.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Oh my God! But yeah, so she's gonna be here. We got Nurse Miko coming in, and she loaded us up with some stuff, man. Like the things that she sent me about her experience, in the nursing field, 18 years as a labor and delivery nurse. It really just blew my mind, some of the things that she was sharing. She's documented, the complaints. Yeah. She actually sent us a recording of one of the meetings that she was in. And it was mind blowing. And so when she come in, we're going to have definitely a I won't say exclusive, but it's going to be heavy. So
it's
y'all
gonna
get
be
ready.
a heavy conversation,
But
necessary that we need to have. I mean, the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club typically have heavy conversations. But this is going to be, and we're really talking about the medical field. And like standing up with each other and unifying and making sure that the medical field is doing what's right.
Especially in the context of seeing how, you got hospitals that are in the news now for sending, Black women home without examinations, that are pregnant, making them sit in the waiting room, while they having active labor to do paperwork. And we were highlighting that. And as we were talking about it, she was like, I've been saying this for years. Like this, you see it now, but she's in the field and she's been seeing that and so much more. And so she's going to come in and share that with us as well. So make sure that y'all tag a friend, because after the hour, it's going to, like we're going to have a conversation that need to be had with some lived experience. And so, but to finish this before the break.
It is a break.
Sometimes when you say, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. So
you do.
So I'll talk about it more after the break. But one of the things that I thought about too was how you can say what you'll do in a situation, but then when you get in a situation, you know what I mean? Like that's the real test.
It is a real test, and never say. I when you say that, and we're gonna take that break. Never say never, because people judge people in situations and be like, oh, I don't see how they do that. I would never, ever. And I'd be like, everybody who say they never ever, when doors close, it's a lot of stuff they'll do behind closed doors that they'll never admit to in public.
And you don't know until you get tested. And so, So again, we're going to take the break. We're coming back with Nurse Miko, and she's going to talk that talk. So y'all stick around, tag a friend. We'll be back 6-7 minutes after the hour.
Hotspot is in the Kordofan region. We are going to... into the meeting, Mr. Putin said Russia didn't want war with Europe, but was ready to fight if they wanted. So, what was the verdict after 5 hours of talks? Russian officials have described them as positive.
Welcome back to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
And this is Kiana.
And this program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project of the Community Development and Training Center, aka See That.
See That.
And we like to thank y'all for tuning in, helping us to redefine what's cool, because smart is
the new
gangsta.
Baby.
And if you don't know,
now you know.
Now you know. And so before the break, we was talking about the situation of when they go low, do you go lower?
Yeah.
Or do you go high? And again, choose peace. Peace is the first option, but sometimes you got to fight to establish peace.
Yeah, you do.
You know what I mean? And so that's what that's at. But it was just interesting, the process, because I'm seeing conflict is natural, right?
Yeah, it is.
Conflict is a natural part of growth. And particularly when we're doing organizing, there's this chart that I became aware of. This was going back to like 2011, 2012. So when I first became the president of the Childs Park Neighborhood Association, one of the things that we reached out to the city for was some training for our people. Like, okay, we got all these ideas. How do we go from ideas to action in an organized way that makes sense? And so we did this training. It was a leadership development program. And it talked about the different stages of team development. And so the first stage of the team development is when the team is coming together, the forming stage, right? And that's when everybody get to know each other. You kind of seeing what's happening. But then after the forming stage, you go into what they call storming, because that's when the conflicts arise. Because now that you're together as a team, you got a vision and a mission. It's like, okay, this is what we're going to do. But then when you start to begin to try and do it,
right,
that's when the conflicts arise. So conflict resolution in the storming stage is very important, but it's a natural part of, and you think about any relationship.
Yeah, you do. But the thing is when the integrity comes in, right? Yeah. And then when you think of what is your mission? Yeah. Right. And like, what is the outcome? Like, what do you want the outcome to be? Yeah. And that determines on what happens during that storm.
How you navigate it.
Right.
But again, that's an important piece of it, is remembering why you assembled, what you're there to do, but then also being able to work through, these conflicts and resolve them, because a lot of groups, a lot of relationships, a lot of things fall apart in that conflict stage because we try to avoid conflicts that we're already in.
Yeah, you do. And
you see what I'm saying?
The hardest I always say the conversation that you're avoiding is the most important conversation that you need to have.
Absolutely.
Because if you're avoiding it, then it's something important and you're trying to hope that it goes away.
No, you can't. Hope is not a strategy. And there's a difference between conflict avoidance and conflict resolution.
You're right.
You know what I mean? And so when you're in the conflict, you can't avoid it. You have to resolve it. And a lot of people get those two confused. Like, well, I'm just not going to say something because I don't want no problem. You already got a problem.
Sure, no, dude.
You know what I mean? So you got to resolve the problem and then you can move forward.
What's the name used to tell me? Crunk Coco. He was like, some people run away from conflict. Right, he said, I run to it. And you can see Coco doing that, right? Like,
it's a space for healthy. Yeah. I mean, conflict is healthy in a group because that's how you're going to grow, you're going to learn. But it's just having the tools, the skills, the processes that you need in order to be able to resolve conflict is something that I think is missing in a lot of these spaces. And so, and then after you get through it, then you get into what they call the norming stage, where now, okay, you kind of normalize. I know how you work. You know how I work. We on track. So you're norming. And then from there, you get into performing. Right. You're actually getting stuff done. You making it happen. But that's a natural progression in any, relationship that I learned. And after we did it in the training, I've seen it time and time again, you know what I mean, with multiple organizations. We experienced that with the One Community Grocery Co-op. Shout out to OCGC. When we formed, everybody got the rose-colored glasses on. Things are great, but then you get into a space where you having conflict. You got to know how to move through it.
At the beginning, everybody's on the same page, right? Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. And then somewhere in there, egos get in, emotions get attached, the vision get blurred for a second, and then on top of that, like I said, any two people can work out anything. It's the third person that mess it up. That could be the outside world, that could be your family, it could be lawyers, it could be, you know what I mean, it could be anybody outside that can mess up something organic because they don't understand it,
right?
You know what I mean? And then what happens is people try to tell you and define what these relationships supposed to look like,
right? And it's up to you to define it. That's what you always say. The two people in the relationship are the ones who define it. And so so then you get into that performing space, because I saw it, let me see, in almost every group that I've worked with and organized. And it's crazy because it's funny now, because when I see it happening, I'm so acutely aware of it, and I've experienced it so much,
right,
that when I see other people trying to navigate it, so just true story. So with Fusion 49, you know what I mean? This is like a recent experience, right? When we first got going, the conflict stage, get up, Fancy Nancy, the group, the board, like everybody just like, man, Brother John, what you got me into? Right. Like, they asked me that in a few spaces. What you done got me into, man? I ain't come here for that. And like, nobody comes for the conflict. But the conflict is a part of the way that
it really is,
and move forward. You know what I'm saying? OCGC.
And I
like we like 8 Kings, like every group, you have those spaces where you're going to have disagreements and differences, but it's how you resolve them and then you get past them that's going to really determine the success of what you're trying to build. So just write that into your plan when you writing plans for how you're going to start your business and do your partnership. In any contract, most contracts, they have a provision or a clause on how you're going to resolve conflict.
And you know what? To be honest, like I'm really so, because just like you, I've been in a lot of situations. I read the room really well.
Yeah.
And I can kind of pre-predict when they're, and trying to get ahead of it. And so
I sent that girl way out there.
Oh
no, I just thought about she was 42nd North, so
she's staying in the north side.
Okay, good. Okay, good. I'm like, well, hey, I said, no,
she's here. She's here.
Okay, tell people how we try to support us.
Okay, so how you can support us is first share the page. Tell tag your friends, let them know that we're on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7:30 to 9. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Then you can send stars. We're always accepting stars. And so if you've never received stars before, I will tell you the first 200 is free, where they used to be free with the with Facebook. And so if you heard it from me, then you send them to us, because we appreciate that, right? If you'll just send them over. And then if you purchase them, they are they are 1 cent. And then the more you buy, the cheaper they are. Right. So and then you could go to 99 Gems and you could go to the donate button and donate. You can underwrite a show if you like. You can do that. So there's many ways that you can support and the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. So
that's what time it is, y'all. So, again, I'm excited about this conversation that we're about to have. It's a much needed conversation. One of those moments where the stars kind of aligned, because we were having conversations about, what the experience that's been highlighted in the news about Black women and their experiences, that just some of these viral experiences that they've had. And so today we're going to have a conversation. I'm going to read this introduction. I'm going to do you right this morning. So we're going to have a conversation about that our community desperately needs, even though many institutions would rather stay quiet. Across the country and right here in St. Pete, Black women are 3 to 4 times more likely to die during childbirth than white women. Black nurses, especially those who speak up for their patients, often face retaliation, isolation, and attacks of their character for simply doing what they took their oath to do, provide safe and ethical care. So today we have with us a woman who refused to stay silent, a woman who stood up for her patients, documented what she saw, and blew the whistle on unsafe medical practices, discriminatory treatment of Black patients, retaliation and bullying inside their workplace. Like, you loaded us up, and systemic racism that affects both parties and staff. She actually risked her career to tell the truth, and when she did, they tried to silence her. So, family, today we want to welcome Nurse Tamiko, a registered nurse with over 18 years of experience in labor and delivery. She came forward with detailed documentation and what she witnessed inside of our local hospital. So, we want to welcome you to the Tampa Bay.
Welcome, and it's long time. It's well over, because I think me and you had this conversation like
when I was standing on the corner
before. Before, remember we talked about this over a year ago.
Yeah, it's been a year. Months.
Yeah.
I was out there with Kenny, honey. Kenny gave me a spot on the block.
I
was with my signs.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so for those,
did he tell you?
I actually bought some art from Kenny.
You did?
I did.
So
I want to get that Grinch from him.
What is
the Grinch? He talking about $40. I came up there with 25. That man told me
he just took whatever I gave him. Maybe I didn't get I didn't get an exclusive piece.
I was just out there, and we're not even going to talk about Ken, only how we got on his. But
she said she was out there. With
I'm just saying, but no. And so when we was out there at Snacks the last time, he said, "I just made a snack sign. I sell it to you for $1."
I saw somebody was approaching him because they wanted to make a sign, and he had all of the paint and supplies.
Yeah.
And so that's when he was like, "Oh, okay, I could probably."
Yeah. And I sent them over there. I was like, "Yeah, we sent them over there to Kenny."
And Kenny was like, "No, it's a fee for my services,
or to use my supplies."
So, Nurse Tamiko, for those who don't know you, tell us about your background as a nurse. How long have you worked in labor and delivery, and what drew you to that specialty?
Well, I've been a labor and delivery nurse since 2007.
Pull your mic up for me.
Since 2007, I graduated from St. Petersburg College in 2006, December. And it all started when my mom was pregnant with my baby sister, who is now 43 years old. And I just had a fascination with pregnancy. It was to the point that I thought I wanted 10 kids, but I only have one.
Okay.
Only have one.
Snapped out of that.
Yeah, real quick.
Yeah.
But as my career went on, I'm thinking, okay, maybe I'll just become a lay midwife. You don't have to go to, I'm trying to avoid college. But I did take that Spanish class that my sister recommended me to take when I was in high school, because that's the only credit that transfer over to college is a foreign language.
Okay.
So I was straight there. Thank God. Itu.
No, not really.
But that's where I got my passion from.
Okay.
So my goal was to be a midwife.
Okay.
But when I finally got into the actual labor and delivery, because when I started out, when I graduated from St. P College, I was down at the local hospital as a graduate nurse working as an LPN, because back in the day, we was able to challenge the LPN board in 2005 after the second semester. So, of course, I did that, welfare, what's it, back to work or?
Welfare to work.
Yeah, welfare to work, paid for both my tests.
Yeah, I remember
Not my testises, but both my tests.
My testises.
So, and I passed my LPN and my RN, so I'm down there working as a PCT. And I noticed this, everybody but me.
Okay.
But they did have 2 Black nurses one is still in the community. She's a midwife now. And the other one is a assistant manager in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
I did a travel assignment with her.
Right.
But other than that, all you saw was,
Yeah.
you
didn't see enough people who look like you. So you said, I want to diversify this pool and really be able to provide the support. And then what made you decide that you could no longer stay silent about what you were seeing inside of your unit?
Wow. When I came to work in July 2023, and that young lady, which was a white patient, sat in that lobby for 42 minutes, shift change. Tell you, do not go to the hospital if you're not in labor at shift change. You're going to sit in that lobby if it's not a medical emergency. And then,
so having a baby is not a medical emergency?
It depends on what stage you're at.
Okay.
Now, if you was like Miss Jones hooping and hollering in that wheelchair, that's totally different.
That's a medical emergency.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
And usually she was in the ER because As soon as a pregnant woman come, we shipping y'all to the L&D.
Right.
20 weeks and under, you stay in the ER. The doctor provider come down there to see you. 20 weeks and up, you come to labor and delivery.
Okay.
Gotcha. So
gotcha.
What I saw, that's what I see down there at
40 minutes. So you seeing somebody 40 minutes, active labor. And you
this lady here, now she was active labor. She was hooping and hollering, but the lady I'm talking about, she came from another county to be seen because she was having some pregnancy issues.
Okay.
Blood pressure, preeclampsia.
Okay.
And by the time we got home to monitor, because I had them call for help, ask for help. I don't know what to tell you. This is from the Haitian charge nurse that night. And I want to talk about our POCs, our people of color, and our other people from the diaspora, our Pan-African people.
Okay.
Black women get it from everybody in that labor room. But anyway, she kept telling me how she couldn't help me. Long story short, we got a dead baby on our hands. Wow. I've been doing that at the time for 16 years, and I have never had an issue like that. Now, you come in with a dead baby, but you don't come in, you just left one hospital with a live baby. You get to us and the baby dead. Now, my name all over the chart because I'm your primary nurse, and I'm asking them because that night, I worked Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Anybody know Nurse Miss Miko, Meeko? And I specifically wore this roster hat because this is how I would come to work. This was my title, hoop earrings, and they know me. So when I was trying to get help, because at the end of the shift, one of the young ladies in labor just had a baby, but she ended up having a seizure. So I end up inheriting this patient in antepartum that night. Then I get this new girl that's sitting in the lobby. But Kiana, I come to work. They got a whole white nurse going home early. So labor and delivery, I'm thinking, you see a nurse go home early? Oh, shoot, we cool. Yeah. That wasn't the case.
Okay. Yeah, because if you leaving early,
y'all got no delivery. Ain't nobody in there. So why you didn't have the white girl take this patient to antepartum and start her admission? Oh, I forgot, because y'all got that buddy system down there. Y'all friends, and you don't want your friends to do too much work. We'll save it for night shift. So that was the first incident. And I wrote my first complaint. I started August the 28th. Mind you, I got written up August the 16th for my attendance, which was like everybody else.
Was that the one that you sent? Yeah.
You know, so then I was having what happened to that young lady, that really bothered me. So now they want me to go to this specific EAP person so he can go back and run and tell my black director. It was a mess.
I heard that exchange, and it was like recommending that you go and talk to a particular person, and so you know, we talk about therapy and mental health, right, and the need to have these conversations and to have a therapist that you vibe with. But in the exchange, it wasn't like you didn't have a choice on who you could go talk to. They were directing you to a specific
and now
person.
This person that you talk to, you see them like once a week or something, or how does that work?
The sessions with EAP with this particular hospital, we got up to 6 free sessions.
Okay.
So when I noticed that my black former director was specifically telling me to go to this guy, so I said, you know what? I want a black African-American woman.
Yeah.
I don't want a black man. I don't want a white woman. I don't want a white man. I want somebody that to understand me. And the first person they gave me, September the 20th, she asked me, she said, did you see it? I don't think you saw it, but it said, you got next month's rent.
Wait, what?
Oh, so they already told you were getting fired.
Pretty much. Now, see, you already know that.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I complained about that.
Okay.
And anything I sent, where I messed up at is I didn't send any complaints through HR department. I sent it straight to the Ethics and Compliance Board.
Okay.
The UPS.
You went too high too fast. Yeah.
Too high too fast.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't playing, because I know how they treat black nurses.
Right. Right.
And it's true. You think the black women get treated bad? Let us try to advocate for them. We're on the chopping block.
And one of the things that you highlighted in what you sent us was some of the unsafe patient care. And there was one case that stood out that involved a black patient and the way that an injection was handled.
You saw that?
In your own words, can you explain to us what you saw and why that disturbed you?
I didn't see it. I just got report. How I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
It's like Miko, the white nurse, and she pregnant. because how she was looking. So I'm just taking notes because I do have a background in legal nurse consulting. Okay. I do help attorneys I specialize in high risk malpractice cases on OB.
Okay.
But from what I was told, and then when I went in and talked to the young lady, and then when I saw how the white provider treated her, that was a part of my write-up August the 28th that I sent in on my daughter's birthday, September the 6th. And it was 12 pages just with words. That wasn't including the pictures. And I wrote verbatim. I wrote in quotes. I had the exact times, and I can't believe I can't get an attorney. Wow. EEOC did me real cold-blooded.
They wouldn't. So what they do? Are they supposed to assign an attorney to you?
So no, what happened was I filed an EEOC charge because I noticed where this was going. So I wanted to protect myself. What they wanted to do was have me quit. Okay. I ain't no quitter. I ain't quitting no job. I'm home. Y'all got rid of me the first time in 2006. I ended up having to go to New York. I've been all around the world and now I'm back home. I want to stay home.
Right.
So it was racism, but they said because of my director was a black woman, the manager there now, a black woman. And I'm talking about my coworkers.
Yeah.
I'm being bullied. You saw the racist heart?
I did.
Okay. Yeah. So that's what I had to open up the door every day in the month of February in 2020, in 2024.
Wow. And so how common was it for staff to like dismiss or downplay the concerns of like black mothers when they come in there in pain and you see them like you seeing them come in and in pain? How often or how common was it where they would just be like, you good?
Night and day.
All the time.
Yeah.
Consistently.
We had one black girl come in. She was having her third baby. She already had two, which were back to back, complaining of low abdominal pain. She was like in her early 20 weeks. So the Ukrainian white charge nurse that night, I wrote that down too. Some people just shouldn't have babies. So I gave them a history lesson on Margaret Sanger. I was giving them a history lesson on Mercy Hospital. How when I remember our people couldn't even come down here.
Yeah.
So
a nurse actually said that, that some people should not have babies. Yeah.
I ain't gotta lie.
Yeah. Wow. So if you're tuning in, we're here with Nurse Miko. She's an RN, Black maternal health advocate, and she's really talking about some of the experiences that she's had. If you want to call in, you can do that, 727-637-2416. We're going to continue the conversation. So you talked about racism in the hostile work environment, and throughout your reports, you describe a climate where Black nurses were treated differently. How did racism show up in the workplace, both directly and indirectly from your experience?
From my experience down there, I call them the Caribbean Mafia.
Okay.
I think I sent you that right up with that one. And I did.
And you did. And we on Carafesta Radio.
So. What I noticed that the Caribbean nurses that consist of either, and I'm not saying all y'all, but I'm just talking about the ones I work with down there.
We don't subscribe to all.
Yeah,
exactly. So, the Haitian charge nurse, you got the Jamaican, when you get your Latinas, and then you get your Asians, they all click together.
Okay.
So when it comes down to the Black American nurses, we get the dirty dozen of assignments where everybody's sitting around chilling.
Yeah.
So I wrote that up.
Okay. Set tripping.
Yeah.
So
I felt like Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. I wasn't even joining in the game.
Right.
So, I didn't have. So I was getting it from both ends, and that's why I say Black women, Black American women. We just don't get it from the white girls, the white nurses, and the white doctors. We get it from the POCs, and then we get it from our African from the continent and our Caribbean, whether they're Jamaican or Haitian. They come over here. Because I done seen it down there. You get a Haitian patient speak Creole and you woo, 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 woo. You all sweet. But I just saw you walk in the last incident. I saw the Haitian nurse. I see her fetal heart tones down for 10 minutes. And I see the patient and I say, I hope this ain't my so-and-so niece.
So fetal heart tones being down for 10 minutes. For those who don't understand how significant that is, can you contextualize that for us?
It's very significant. It's like somebody choking you for 4 minutes straight. Got both carotid arteries, and you feeling that blood drain from you. So when we look at that fetal heart trace, and you got 110 beats, which is to 160. In that gray window, when you down there, you see that gray window, that's where the fetal heart rate should be. Okay. It should fluctuate. Okay. Yeah, it may go down to the 100, but we look at the variability.
Okay.
But this baby baseline was down in the 60s for 10 minutes.
So that's like you said, somebody choking you. So that's
there you go.
Yeah. And see, that's why I wanted you to really highlight when you say that, because if people don't have context, you know what I mean? Yeah. Don't have an appreciation for how urgent you know this matter is. And so looking at the racism and looking at the things that you experienced, looking at the set tripping, how did that impact the environment and patient care? Like how does that translate into people not being cared for?
It translated into, now you got nurses going into rooms with attitudes. You got patients not being actively managed because they don't want to get another admission. So that's why I think that's a part of with the high C-section rate.
So you're avoiding admissions because admissions are more work.
Yeah. But once you get the admission over, it's easy breezy.
Yeah. But people don't want to do the admissions. Yeah.
But see, so basically the job that you apply for, you don't feel like doing.
Yeah. Caregivers that don't really care, is that?
And that's what it sounds like. Okay.
And so they'll do, so you got an admission coming in. They're trying to avoid the admission, and what's the impact does it have on
the falls on the next nurse.
Okay.
So I can get an induction at 5 o'clock in the morning because I'm night shift.
Okay.
Just about all my documentation is done. I got written up because I didn't do what is it? And it's the same nurse that made that little racist heart. I didn't do the result consult, which consists of we taking the labs from first trimester, third trimester, second trimester, and put it into the system. When if all the computers talk, it should be able to merge. And see, I actually had a issue with finding care everywhere.
Okay.
So she had an issue with that. But everything else was done. But you wrote me up for that.
Yeah. And charting in the space, how important is it to chart and document the experiences of the patient so that the next nurse can have that documentation?
We learn in nursing school from day one, if it's not charted, it's not done. That's okay. Bottom line.
Okay.
Because when you go to court, and if it ain't in that documentation,
right,
it ain't done.
Right.
Yeah.
And then in what you sent us, you had some issues with charting or some confrontation. Would you mind sharing what that experience
was? I would give. One night I gave a report to a young white nurse. And I don't know if I was doing a delivery, whatever I was doing, but it took some time. And she had that patient for about an hour. The whole hour, Kiana, she never charted. But see, because I'm a prudent Black nurse and I know I can lose my license just as fast as I got them, and it was a slow process.
Yeah.
I always report given to Kiana. I may not know how to spell your name, but I'm gonna put it in there. Yeah. So when we go to court, it was Kiana.
Yeah.
It was John.
Yeah.
So if anything happened between that hour and a half, guess who's not going to court?
Yeah.
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 And they didn't like that. And they accused me of being defensive practices. 18 years, I have never done a deposition. I have never had anything like that happen to me. So I practice what I preach.
Right.
Right.
So that kept me out of Judge Judy face, as I would say.
And then in the conversation that you shared with us, it was more like you they're saying that you have issues within the unit that you're not speaking up on. What would cause somebody to not speak up on an issue?
Because my tears don't matter. And if I speak, then I'm the Black angry nurse. I'm the problem.
Yeah.
Y'all read it. Yeah. I'm the problem.
Yeah.
So I say, well, hell, excuse me, dang if I do, dang if I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're going to accuse me of being complicit, see, I grew up with a mother. If you go to the store and somebody's stealing, they're going to accuse you as well because you with them. Birds of a feather flock together.
Too,
So I ain't that type of person.
Yeah. So you're going to let them know I'm not with you.
Look, when I was growing up, my Uncle Ricky used to get on us about snitching.
Yeah.
Man, look at here. If you're doing anything wrong, leave me at home because I'm telling.
Yeah. If you're doing anything wrong, leave me at home. Right. But then there's a price associated with reporting these things. And what are some examples of like the price that you paid as a result of your
the price that I paid? I may have to get me a job at Publix.
Yeah.
Being a cashier.
Wow.
I've been blackballed. Can't nobody tell me that. I done had several interviews at this other hospital here. No callbacks. I had one interview. I had filed for this position back in May after I got fired from the hospital. And when I went in the computer, because they keep your resume, so I'm like, dang, I applied 6 times. So I actually interviewed with the nurse manager when I was on a travel assignment because I couldn't get no job here. So I had to go back out to California.
Okay.
Next thing you know, I'm thinking I get the job. I'm letting her know I'll be home in November. I can start in December. I'm ready in January. Whatever. Yeah. Yeah. No calls. So I'm telling her, I said, when I was in nursing school and I did my OB rotation at y'all hospital. So I'm pretty much when a Black nurse say things, we are considered the problem, the angry Black nurse. Our tears and our concerns go unheard until hit the fan.
So at this point now, so they want you to document, but they don't want you to document too much, right? And so at this point, because you're in a rock and because if you don't document, you get documentation, you get in trouble. If you document too much, you're getting in trouble as well. So like where is the silver lining here, and how do we do our job? And honestly, if I'm more is typically better. Yeah. Especially
you over communicate, over document. Like you would think that you have more documentation than not.
No, you want to document the facts. Yeah. You want to document just enough. If you go sit in front of Judge Judy, it'll trigger your memory.
Okay.
Okay. Because again, if it's not charted, it's not done.
Okay.
Right.
And there was a lot of stuff that wasn't charted.
Yeah. But see, I charted.
Yeah.
If a doctor told me to do something that I felt that was not right, like right before I got fired, they wanted me to start Pitocin on a fetal heart tracing that just got that, and we need a 20
language now.
They wanted me to start oxytocin. That's what we use to augment or induce, or get the contraction stronger.
Okay,
that's what we use on moms.
Okay, gotcha.
But I needed a 20-minute tracing, the NST.
Okay,
that's what we look at to see. Okay, if this baby okay with me starting Pitocin. Oh no, it's been 15 minutes, but the NST is 20.
Okay,
so that's what I did. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
right. Because if you go and do the 15 minutes prior and you did not document that, and then something happens, they're gonna blame you.
That part.
But you were told to do it 5 minutes early. So you were supposed to document.
Happened to a person in 5 minutes. I had that in California.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm thinking, okay, the baby did a little dip. I'm like, all right, so now you got yourself another 20.
Mm-hmm.
And he dipped again. Next thing you know, he never came back up. We had to do a stat C-section, and that baby passed away.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we have not only mom hand in our hands, we have 2 lives.
Yeah.
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 So labor and delivery is a specialty area. It takes a special person to do specialty areas.
Yeah.
Now you put me in ICU, you're done.
Right. It's a special person to do these specialty areas. So again, we're here with Nurse Miko. She's a Black maternal health advocate. Really talking about some of the racism, retaliation, and other things that she's experienced as a nurse and advocating for our community. And so thank you for being here. Thank you for your courage. We talked about the environment and the patient care. Also, a little bit of the retaliation that you've experienced.
A little bit.
Just a little bit. So, I mean, do you have an example of something that you might have shared that got you in trouble, and what was like some examples of how they would retaliate against you?
We had another Black patient, first baby, severe preeclampsia. So I'm calling the doctor, female doctor, non-Black doctor.
Okay.
About this patient, trying to get orders. Hey, day shift said she was having these severe blood pressure ranges, and when a patient gets to severe, which is 160 top number over 105 or 110, whatever the doctor write the order is. So when they have those severe ranges, we have to start pushing IV medication. We can no longer give you PO.
Okay.
So when we start pushing IV medication, it's time for the doctor to come on in, because most likely you need to have a C-section because the number one cure for preeclampsia is delivery of the placenta.
Okay.
Yeah.
As long as that placenta is intact, you're still gonna have the preeclampsia. So I'm trying to get the doctor.
What that is, though.
It's high blood pressure in pregnancy.
Okay, gotcha.
That kills plenty of Black mothers.
It does. It does. It's how, like they do tests throughout your pregnancy. Like once you get there, because when I was pregnant, 5 years ago, and so when we went there, because my blood pressure always fluctuate, they gave me 2 tests. Like I would have to drink the liquid for the don't eat nothing to make sure that like I wasn't going in there, because then you have like pregnancy diabetes.
Yep.
Okay.
Or whatever.
Okay,
and then usually once and then what happened is once you get it while you're pregnant, you typically don't go back.
Yeah, you keep it.
Yeah, exactly.
Once you get it, you got it. Yeah. Congratulations, here's your baby, and here's a prescription for the diabetes.
Right. And so when you when you look at it,
you really
and
do this.
so like and I just remember is that because I had a slew of white doctors and then I had one black, and the black doctor is the only one, and I would say that was really like, hey, like if you come in here one more time like this, like oh no, we finna do something. But they rushed me to the hospital quite often. Like I went and
because of the blood pressure,
because of my blood pressure.
PO? That's what you is that the word? It was a word you used for that. I just want to make that
preeclampsia.
Okay, gotcha.
But I didn't have preeclampsia.
Okay,
I didn't have. But they took me there, and then they will monitor me. And then while I'm at the hospital, you know, everything will go back to normal. I'll sit up there, and then they'll just go ahead and just send me on my little merry old way.
Right.
But these are things that you have to worry about when you are pregnant, and especially when you're pregnant, even older.
Yeah. And another 35 years old, you consider an elderly grandmother.
Yeah,
you an old lady having a baby at 35.
In this society,
geriatric.
That's crazy.
You call it old.
It's a geriatric pregnancy at this point, and so then they put you in the high risk.
Wow. And so you mentioned the doctors, and another one of the things that you was giving commentary on was the difference between us receiving actual attending doctors and residents. Would you mind talking about this?
So the residents are through our clinics.
Okay.
So you get the first year, the second year, the third year, or the fourth year.
These are students.
Yeah, these students.
Okay.
But the attending should always attend all the deliveries, whether it's a vaginal or C-section. They were not doing that down there.
Okay.
At all.
I got you.
Okay.
So the attending so even if you have a student or a resident, there should be an attending that's like, like so you watch.
You need your mentor there and be like, if something go left because you a student,
right?
This person supposed to jump in and be like, hey,
So I'm level 4 in nursing school. I still need my preceptor. I can't give meds outside of my preceptor.
Okay.
So the only difference is the only difference, you a doctor, I'm a nurse.
Okay.
Right.
Gotcha.
See, I'm replaceable. When you leave, you take your patients with you.
Okay.
So when you go down to that health department down there, you getting residents, but you have a right to say, no, I don't want to see RNA.
You talking about South St. Pete?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we talking about Southside St. Pete.
Yeah. So you going So you're not seeing attending, you're seeing students.
Yeah.
And then what's the impact of that?
Depending on what year. Okay. First year, second year, you have some first year residents that know their stuff, but them the ones that's real green.
Okay.
The more of the level they're up, 3 to 4, you probably got you a good one. Now I've seen some
got more experience. It's like anything. You get better at it as you do it. But when you first do it.
But I have seen some first year residents going there and they be like superstars. But your attendant should always attend a delivery.
And that was another one of the points that you.
That was one of the complaints that even the white nurses had. See, I had the balls to speak up and say something while everybody complained in the department. So when stuff even happened, I get a text at home. I'll get a phone call. Girl, let me tell you what happened at work today. So I come in there like a fool, running my mouth. Yeah. Now I ain't got no job.
You the advocate. You coming? Yeah, you the advocate. Yeah.
I ain't got no job.
She told me from Martin.
But that's another thing. When you look at it, people know who to feed it to and who's gonna be. And then once you go in there, and sometimes you fight people battles that you don't need to fight because they will leave you hanging. Like
and you experienced that.
Because we see that a lot of times. We be fighting like, no, they need this. They don't need
really. But then you had a case where you had a list of people who you were speaking with and before.
Miko, we gon' just let me know. Yeah.
When
it's time to and then when the one person finally wrote the letter, she ain't put no date on it. She ain't put her name on it. Well, sign it. Spelled my name wrong.
Yeah.
And it's like, what that?
Yeah.
Even the attorney say, I can't use this.
Right.
So it's like, thanks, but no thanks.
So after 18 years in the field, do you believe that the issues that you saw were individual people, or do you think that it's part of a larger systemic problem?
Like a part of the culture.
Systemic problem.
Yeah. How so? Yeah.
Because I done worked in New York.
Okay.
I done worked in California. I done did Georgia. Same white people, just different states.
Wow.
You still got that Filipino mafia that take care of Black women. Why are Black women dying?
Yeah.
Why? Exactly.
Yeah.
Because we're Black.
Okay.
If white women were dying at the alarming rate that sisters are dying, it would be a whole new shebang bang. But and then what makes it even worse, Black nurses such as myself, people that look like me, we don't speak up because don't nobody want to be blackballed for whistleblowing. Because they ain't got the 6 figures. Because the nurses who got paid, they can't speak.
Yeah. So when they settle up, part of the settlement is you got to be quiet.
Yeah, you got to be be quiet.
Yeah.
You know, so now I get to speak.
Yeah.
So I'm still risking myself. I could get me a hush and desist or cease and desist running my mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to tell you, help you stay out of Smith Funeral Home before it's time.
So what fuels you to do that? Like, because I mean, that's a great point that you're making. Why did you choose to be like, you know what? I'm going to speak on this. I can't be quiet. I can't be silent. Why?
Because I'm a Black woman and I have a Black daughter that one day will be up in them hospitals giving birth to my grandbabies.
Yeah.
And I'll be damned if something happened to her.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why.
I hear that. And going through this, I'm sure it takes like an emotional toll on you. And so how do you stay grounded and like deal with, you know, the stress and the emotional ups and downs and highs and lows and all of this stuff?
Look at here. Well, as a nurse, you know, they drug test, so I can't do the drugs.
Okay. Yeah.
So I try to work out. When I first got back home, honey, I was slim shady. I was small. Nah, all the weight I done lost and I done blew up.
Yeah.
Blood pressure, it was 190 over 110.
Oh, wow.
I'm about to blow my doggone wig off.
Yeah, I ain't a nurse, but I know that's
severe.
That's severe. Yeah. Wow.
So now that I have not had a job since June, my blood pressure, I took my blood pressure last night, it was 100 over 70.
Yeah.
Because I don't have that stress.
Okay.
But I still rent finna be coming up next month.
So you gotta figure that out.
I gotta find me a job.
Wow.
Now, have you thought, and which is unfair, but because you are a nurse and you do labor and delivery, have you thought about being a nurse in another
specialty?
Yeah. You know, I have thought about that.
Yeah.
And that brings me anxiety.
Okay.
Because now I got to learn something all over again when I know what I know.
Yeah. You've been doing this 18 years.
18 years straight out of nursing school.
Yeah. Yeah. So to try and go and start over in a different specialty.
The same fight that I put in the south side of St. Pete for our sisters, I did the same thing with another nurse at St. Petersburg College in 2006. They was out there with that racist stuff at that college in the nursing program. Now, she happened to put her name on the paper, but I was just her backup, more support. You know that girl's still not an RN?
Wow.
That's how they blackballed her.
Wow.
So
and that's 2006.
So would you like rent got to be paid, and it's just me. So you go into like another field, like you go in.
No, I'm gonna go out to California and work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you just
I'm gonna go up and away. I'm going TI.
Yes.
Because I can say, like, let's say you decide like just to go into cosmetic nursing. Like
I'm working on that too.
Okay, so you're over there, and then now you have your job, and then you can still fight over here for the labor and delivery at the same time. Would that affect?
So, with that being said, as a maternal health nurse, they look at it as: are you still actively practicing at the bedside? How close to you are to the maternal? So, I would have to be blowing up your lips, and never mind. Doing badge exams. You know what I'm saying? So I just can't, blow up lips and then I'm just on my off days. No, I got to be actively at that bedside. You know what I'm saying? So I can't take a day off.
Right.
Yeah.
So once I leave it, I leave it.
So let's talk about your message to the community. What would you say to nurses who see wrongdoing, but they are scared to come forward? What would your message be to them?
My message to them is you keep quiet. Then when you want to speak is when it comes to your back door, your front door. Then it's a problem.
Okay.
Let's not wait till it knock at our home door.
Yeah.
Let's address it now, because Black women that look like us, because we come from each other.
Right.
We are dying in these hospitals. When it already did studies, when Black people are cared for by other Black providers, they tend to do better. Why is that? See, we don't get the privilege to kill one another.
Yeah.
I don't get the privilege to go in the room and treat a white patient like the white nurse treat the black patient.
Yeah.
Oh, she's so ghetto. Oh, she's so uppity. Oh, she's bougie.
Yeah.
Oh, her baby dad. Oh, he smells like weed, like everybody else don't smoke.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the stuff.
Oh, that's so ghetto. I said, well, what if I come up there to my, oh, that's so trailer park trash. How would you feel every time you come here? Everybody's ghetto, ghetto, ghetto.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know.
Yes, the culture and they just don't have the competence to really understand the culture.
Don't say that.
Yeah.
Because see,
that's not.
No, tell me why not. Yeah.
Reason why I say this is I think it's a bunch of crap is we all went to nursing school.
Okay.
We all took that NCLEX test. We all know what to do as a labor and delivery nurse. We got bills to pay. We know when rent is due. We know when our car insurance is due. So don't talk about what you don't understand and this and that. You know how to be a woman.
Yeah.
You know how to lick a dog in the mouth. But when it comes down to black people, you get amnesia. And this is what I'm talking about. And I can see why I got fired.
No, I appreciate that. No, that's right though, because that's the default setting. No, they're just not competent.
Yeah, no,
you know how to be a human being. You all you have to do is you know how to be a human being.
Back to the white privilege, and I hate to say that. And we were talking about this, like when you said how Trump is over here, and then we have our black politicians that don't do.
He jumped right in and
because this is his white privilege. And
he free white in 21. That's how he run.
Yeah.
You know, and you just think about it like because they know even when you talk about the white nurses can call a black girl ghetto, talk about her and call her baby daddy and do sling and know that they're not going to get any consequences for their actions. Okay. But if you come in there and a black nurse say, "Oh, that's trailer trash right there."
Yeah.
You offended.
Pearl be clutched. Yeah.
That doctor in the nursing station.
And the thing is, because they have made the term ghetto something that they can use to define who we are.
That's another way to say nigga.
Right.
Yeah. I can call you a nigga.
Bingo.
But instead of saying nigga, I call you ghetto.
Right. Yeah. And so when you look at it, you know, that's just.
Yeah.
And that's what we got. It's
that's
just
what we talk
privilege.
about the systemic issues. So the last question that I have is
Angel say, speak sister.
I saw my sister.
Hey. Amen corner.
Yeah.
So how can our audience support you and others who are fighting from the inside? Like if the community says, okay, well, we see what you're doing, what can we as community do to support you?
Thanks for the stars, Miss Debbie.
Well, I ain't got no job. Okay. So I definitely need a job. I'm a labor and delivery nurse, but that's what I was.
Yeah.
My passion is maternal child health. That's my passion.
Okay.
I love being a black woman and I love my black women because when I hate my black woman, I hate myself.
That's right.
So when you go up in these hospitals and you see wrongdoing, not only do you report it to the director or the manager or the charge nurse, you send a nice little letter to the ethics and compliance department, whoever HR is, and is she that bad or your doctor's that bad? You send it to the Florida Board of Nursing or the Florida Board of Medicine or the Florida Board of Midwifery. You report because help me help you, save you, and keep you out of Smith Funeral Home before it's your time.
That's right.
And your baby.
And your baby.
That's right.
And when you said something, Kiana, about when they were talking about ghetto, I even wrote one of the nurses, she POC, person of color. I'm getting a report on my orientation. She referred to this black baby, 20-some weeks. This your baby sucked D. I wrote that up. You think anything happened to her? But had I said that, whether if I said it to a black patient, referring to a black patient, I would have been written up.
Yeah. Yeah, and you see the differences again. You sent what you sent about just the way that they even acknowledge and recognize our holidays, because so you like. You know.
That's what we got that dang on heart. Yeah, they was mad with me because I was down there with my Mary Mahoney shirt on, my Rosa Parks 1955. Oh, them white nurses ain't like that, and neither did the black nurses down there.
Yeah, why do you think that is?
Because see, what they did back in the slave days. They used one of us to get one of us. Oh, master, I could get it better than you can.
Yeah,
you know when they was whooping Kunta Kinte.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think you know what it is.
Chicken
also, when you look at the culture too, and we can see a shift, and then you see it come back. don't do that. You're gonna make them mad.
Yeah.
Like,
you're gonna make white folks mad.
Yeah, don't do that. Like, you know, when they used to say about dreads, oh no, they gonna think that you because you have dreads in. And because the self-love that you have for yourself and your history, you do it with pride. That lets them think that like you is a ego.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, because I love every bit of my blackness. Yeah. That makes me incompetent. That makes me not educated. You know, and what happens is, and what you get is because of the culture, if they're older nurses, they're told that they got to hide their blackness. You can't hide your color, but you got to hide your blackness. So you can't be there. So you got to talk a certain way. Your hair got to be a certain way. And you cannot be proud that we got Juneteenth and that we were free from saying you can't be.
Tell me your Juneteenth story. We got like 3 minutes.
Okay, so the Juneteenth story. I done went down there. We had the first annual celebration that was, you know, by me. So I cooked 90% of the food. And all the POCs, they all got baby daddies that from black men. So I told me, if you don't know how to cook, get one of your black family members to cook for you. We're not having fried chicken or watermelon. When I tell you, we fed the doctors, we fed housekeeping, postpartum nurses came over there. When I tell you, we had a good time, leave all cares behind. Then just to see in the attorney's position statement for the EEOC, I didn't have no dealings with the Juneteenth. The Haitian nurse even brought the decorations.
So wait, what was the complaint that they said?
They said that I was always complaining about the holidays, how they don't celebrate black holidays and this and that. I'm the one that did the Juneteenth first annual, and they were so excited, and we had a good time. But that day shift charge nurse, the black girl, she took our decorations down. And threw them in the garbage. That girl despised me. And I didn't even, babe, I was there to do my job and go home and get my chicken, drink my water. And sit in my corner.
And then you compare that to other holidays and other celebrations. What was that like?
Oh man, when you get all black holidays are drowned out by Valentine's Day, right? And then Juneteenth, Pride. See, every race of people got gay folks, but everybody ain't black when it come down to Juneteenth. So all that get watered out. But when you get the St. Patrick's Day, well, if you really know, the leprechauns were black. And people get tired. I always say, we black, they black, man, we everywhere.
Right on.
So
wow. Well, it's been amazing. Thank you so much. And I appreciate you coming by. Thank you for your advocacy, what you do, your willingness to speak up, because I do know it takes courage. And so if people wanted to tap in with you, if they wanted to figure out like more, if they wanted to get in your inbox and say, I got something a way that I can help you, how can people contact you? How would you like them to reach out?
So I just got a new cell phone number. And I know when that ring is people that needs maternal child care advice or consultation. I'm not a medical provider. So my number is 727-200-5920.
Right on. Thank you so much again. This has been amazing. Q, you got any final thoughts? Anything you want to say?
No, I want to say, be the change you want to be and see. Be careful.
You know what? Be very careful. You'll be broke.
Be careful. No. Honestly, lessons like be careful. And I'm truly optimistic on in most situations, but be careful out there. Stay tuned for Sister Hughes.
Make you lose your shoes and shout out around the house. This has been the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
And this is Kiana.
And we out.